Welcome back to Television A7. Let's jump into it. Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 12, picks up right where it left off last week. Candy and Drew and everybody else, they're going back and forth about whether Drew kissed Latoya or not. You guys remember Drew is denying it. And Candy is determined to not look like a liar. She doesn't like to be called a liar. So what you guys see right when the show opens, Candy is like trying to call Cynthia, trying to call, I think it was Shamia too, but just trying to be like, look, y'all know that I'm not lying. So they show a clip of that. But after that, Candy's got to go. Okay, we see her packing and leaving. So this is later that morning. We get Kenya and Mayetta. Mayetta's telling Kenya, you know, what's going on because Kenya was not there. Y'all remember she fell. She was in the hospital with Candy all day, so she missed everything. So Mayetta is catching her up on everything that happened. So here she's like, oh, Candy was just so upset. She was like, y'all not gonna have me on here looking like a liar, blah 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 blah. And then she um she kind of lets Kenya know about maybe something going on, something not right between Sonya, Courtney, Marlo, and Sonya, but we'll get to that later in the episode. So while Kenya and Manetta are paired off together, we have Drew and she's sitting here. This is Sheree next to her. And now Sheree is kind of like, really listening to Drew there, but in her confessional, Sheree is like, we all know that Drew is lying. So I don't know why we expect anything else. This is what Drew does. But Drew is stating her case. Drew is like, this did not happen, and we got this movie coming out. Cass is the lead, so maybe Candy is trying to, warm me up to the idea of, kissing girls because we got this movie coming out. She's trying to promote the movie or whatever, and then she goes on to say something like, "Oh yeah, we was all in the dungeon together," like really trying to imply that Candy is really doing something sneaky or trying to like groom her or whatever to want to be with girls. And it was just like really left field for Drew. And it's like, come on, Drew. If like, what's the big deal? Okay, you kissed Latoya. Candy says she saw it. Kenya said it happened. Like it happened, and I understand maybe she didn't want it to come out because maybe obviously Ralph would not, most likely would not approve of that, or her mom because her mom's a pastor. So I mean, I get it, but at the same time, Drew, it's like if you just want to deny it, deny it, but don't then be trying to bring up all this extra stuff in it, trying to imply something, negative on Candy. So I don't really think that was cool of Drew, but let me know what you guys think about that. um Now, Toya ends up finding out about this and responding while the whole argument is going on the night before because Marlo, y'all remember, the only reason we even seen this at all is because Marlo had her phone. She was recording. So Marlo sends what Drew was saying to Latoya and was like, look, I can't stand her. Why she lying on you like that? Blah, 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 blah. But then Toya responds to Marlo, oh, we never kissed. That didn't happen. And that really just throws everybody off because it's like, Toya, you admitted it on previous on a previous reunion that it did happen. She also admitted it on Candy Speak on It from 2 seasons ago. So people just cannot understand why this lie is just getting to be so grandiose at this point. Like the lie is turning into something bigger than the kiss itself. But yeah, so that will come back up a little bit later. So um and now this is the part where um Manyetta tells Kenya that, because y'all remember Kenya wasn't there, so Manyetta is telling Kenya that it seemed like it was a collusion of some sort going on, and it just felt like the ladies here is Sonya, Marlo, Courtney, and Sheree were trying to, um, like go against Drew, or somehow these three were trying to get Courtney to like watch her back against Drew. Like it was really weird. So Manetta brings that up. Um, and she was like, yeah, it was just really, really intense, and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. So keep that in the back of your mind because, like I said, that will come up again. But the ladies are headed on the bus. So the activities they're gonna do today is the sound bath, and then they're gonna go have lunch, and then they're gonna go have dinner. This is all in the same day. So they're in the bus on the way to up the mountain to the sound bath place, and then we get Mayetta, or excuse me, Money Shaw. Okay, she busts a little 1-2 rapidy rap, and if y'all want to check it out, it's on her YouTube page. I think it's called I Don't Need You or something like that. That she recorded way back in the day. And she does a little freestyle. They're like, oh, okay, girl, that was cute. Next. But I just thought that was a funny moment. But yeah, Mayetta's done like a lot. Had a whole dance troupe and was a radio personality at one point, rapper apparently. So yeah, Mayetta had some things going on back in the day. So now we get up the top of the mountain, and it's so funny because yeah, no, Kenya's still a little delicate and tender from the day before, so she's like holding on to people. They're just trying to make sure that like she doesn't fall or hurt herself again. So they finally get up there. They get in this big tent. Everybody's laid out. They're going around, just relaxing, thinking of their families, their children, and what they have going on in their lives. But Kenya is like extra emotional. Like, she's like, I love Brooklyn so much. What did I do to deserve, this sweet little girl? And I'm really thinking about having another baby. I want to give Brooklyn a sibling. And it flashes to a clip where Kenya is watching somebody's baby. I don't know who it is, or somebody's baby boy. And Brooklyn is like, oh, yeah, I want a baby brother. And Kenya's like, oh, I thought you said sister. But she's like, yeah, but no, I want a brother now. You know how kids are. They change their minds like so much. She just want a sibling. So Kenya is just kind of, like very emotional about that. And Brooklyn is the cutest, sweetest little girl. But that Mark Daly, whoo, you got to deal with Mark Daly for the rest of your life. But hey, you got to be careful what you sign up for. But anyway, um, the sound bath is peaceful. It does what it does. So now, after the sound bath, child, they get to lunch, and it's almost like the sound bath did nothing because they're back to the foolery and the foolishness. Now at this lunch, you see Drew is upset. She's confronting Marlo about like, yo, why is you recording? First of all, you recording me sending it to Toya. Why are you doing these things? And Manetta was also recording, but Manetta was like, yeah, look, well, when we decided, okay, hey, phones down, I put my phone away, and whatever I recorded, I'm not sending it to people outside of the group. And she said everybody had their phones out, everybody was recording. And Sheree in her confessional at one point is like, Drew, you're upset somebody's recording you and you're on a reality show. Like, get out of here with that. So the same old thing happens with Marlo and Drew. They don't really get anywhere. Drew is like, you know, do it one more time and da you better not ever record me and da 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 da. And Marlo's like, oh, shake the table. And it's ridiculous at this point. Why are you so invested? You need to worry about your cases that you got. You need to worry about if you can pass the drug test, this, that, and the third. So here we go with that old tired, come back from Marlo, bring up her mugshots, this, that, and the third. And that is played out like, say something else. And then Marlo is like, oh, well, your husband Ralph is in tech, and she said that a couple times this episode, just trying to throw shade like, oh, well, you want to talk about me and you don't know where I get my money from and this, that, and the third and what I need to be worried about. But we don't know what the hell your husband does either. Your husband, is in tech, quote unquote, and I'm in tech just like him. So whatever. We'll see that come back around at the very end of the episode. So, also at this lunch, oh, before I get to the collusion, also at this lunch, we have Kenya asking Courtney, like, hey, do you have anything to say to Drew, as far as what happened last night? Because y'all remember, Manetta told Kenya about the quote unquote collusion. And then Kenya and Courtney started going back and forth. Courtney's like, yo, Kenya, what are you talking about? You weren't even there. And I could agree with Courtney on this part because it's like Kenya was really talking like she was there and she saw everything for herself. So, and like I said, I could agree with Courtney on that part. It's like, can you just leave it alone, like you wasn't there, it had nothing to do with you. Why are you so trying to just stir something up? So um Courtney's like, no, there's nothing I need to say. There was nothing going on, no kind of fishy business or whatever. So y'all, let's get into this word collusion. In the confessionals, oh, Marlo, do you know what collusion means? Drew, do you know what collusion means? Manetta, can you explain what collusion means? So here's the definition. Last night, y'all, was the first time I heard collusion as well, but it just sounds like it's up to no good. But this is the definition. Collusion, noun, to work together secretly, especially in order to do something illegal or dishonest, conspire, plot. So Manetta said that the girls was having a collusion, and Drew was, I guess, the target, the focus of said collusion, and it's just a mess. So after that scene right there, Sheree is upset, okay? She's like, y'all are an embarrassment and blah blah blah. She gets up from the table, she started crying. Courtney and Marlo go after her, and then the rest of the ladies, they all just get up. Okay, lunch over. Time to go. Okay. Marlo, Sheree wanted to come and have peace, and every time you turn around, every event is something, the ladies get the cutting up. So Sheree is over it. And right before they walk out, before they get back in the van, Drew pulls Courtney to the side and she's like, hey, I see you getting buddy buddy with Marlo, but just look out for Marlo because she's a snake in the grass, and I know you Ralph's cousin, but I just want to make sure, like, that the loyalty stays in the family. And Courtney's like, no, I wouldn't do that to you. There is nothing, there is no collusion, there is no backstabbing or anything going on. So let me know what you guys think about that whole thing and this collusion. I think Manetta blew that way up out of proportion. But then again, it was late. If the ladies had drinks or whatever, things just get all heightened for no reason. But child, Manetta then started all of this collusion mess. So now we're meeting up to go out to dinner, okay? Kenya, Mayetta, Sheree, and Drew. And I must say that everybody looked nice. I really like Mayetta's outfit here. I need an outfit like that. But all the ladies did look nice when when they really got jazzed up or whatever. Um, so y'all know how they have the split groups or whatever. So we have these ladies right here talking about the collusion or whatever, just like telling Drew why she felt the way she felt about what the ladies were saying the night before. And then again, Kenya is pretending like she was there. um and then we have Marlo, Sonya, and Courtney. They're like, I don't understand where all this collusion mess is coming from. Like, we got to talk to Mayetta because she's making it seem like something bigger, and it was nothing even, going on. So they get to the dinner. It is funny because Kenya low key tried to take Sonya's drink. She knew what she was doing. She knew what she was doing. She know good and well that Marlo said two strawberry mojitos and tried to slide it over. It's like, Kenya, do you not know that you're being recorded? Like, hello. It's like she forgot what she was for a second. But Sonya's like, no, I'm gonna need you to give me my drink back. Like, I just went to the bathroom. Like, you tried it. But they're all at the table here. Let's bring up the mess. Let's get to it. So they talk about when Sonya gets back, whatever from the bathroom. She's like, hey, Mayetta, I'm gonna let you know that I didn't agree with Marlo when she was recording everything and then sending the messages, but I'm not really cool with you going to tell Kenya about everything that happened either, because I just felt like it was just, making a situation like something out of nothing. So Mayetta apologizes. She's like, look, you know, my bad for using the word collusion. I wasn't trying to offend anybody, but it just seemed like it was really, really intense. All right. We moved on from that. So now we get Kenya is asking Courtney, like, hey, you keep bringing up this karma. Like, what is going on? You said that me falling is, karma for me being, bad girl, mean girl, whatever. And I don't really appreciate that. But the baby Courtney is not letting up. She is putting her foot down and it's like, look, um, it is what it is. And then Kenya's like, yeah, but what you said was some BS. Taking a line from Candy. Um, so yeah, it's clear Courtney and Kenya do not mess with each other. That's it. Um, but what do you guys think? Do you think that Kenya being to the hospital twice, in the past, what, month and a half, 2 months? Is it karma? Is it just coincidence? It could just be, freak, happenings or whatever. I don't know, but I did think that Courtney, that was like a real low blow comment though. But she's sticking by it. So say what you want about Courtney, but she's not backing down. She's gonna say what she said. She's gonna stand by what she said. So hey, let me know what y'all think about that. What else happened at this table? Oh, Marlo and Drew again going back and forth about the whole kiss or whatever. Marlo's like, look, you know what? I shouldn't have sent that video piece out to Toya, that wasn't cool for me to do, but I want to know, like, did it really happen? Like, are you lying? I want to know. The ladies deserve to know because it's all this fuss about this daggone kiss. So, gosh darn it, did it happen or not? And you was like, you need to mind your business. Go worry again. She brings up Marlo's cases and this, that, and the third. And then once again, Marlo hits Drew with, oh, your husband is in tech, blah, 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 just being shady. Um, so they're at the winery for they're at the winery for the last day. That dinner was so funny. Yeah, that's Kenya, not Kenya, Courtney going off on Kenya. So this happens the last day at the winery. They're sitting there, and Marlo gets a text. Hey, I got a text from Ralph, Drew's husband. Marlo, I understand you're saying disrespectful things about me on this trip. I'm disappointed because I thought we were cool and I've been nothing but nice to you. I forgave you for the disrespectful things you said about me last year, and now it's getting old. Please keep my name out your mouth. So let me know, do you guys think that this text message was rude or disrespectful? Or should he have even been texting Marlo at all? Like, he could have easily just said, hey, Drew, tell Marlo this is what I said, instead of texting her directly. But now, Marlo, and the only reason Ralph even sent this is because Drew clearly went back and told Ralph, oh, that Marlo was talking about you and, whatever shady stuff that she was saying. Um, so then Ralph took it upon himself to go ahead and hit up Marlo directly when he could have just sent the message through Drew. So let me know what you guys think about that. This is Marlo right here reading the text message. And they're like starting to go back and forth a little bit, and the rest of the ladies are like, look, we not about to do this here. Like, shut it down. We'll talk about it another time. But Drew is like, why are you talking about my husband? Why are you bringing up my husband with the shady comment? Like, the argument is between us. Keep his name out your mouth and we won't have no problems. So, and even Marlo says like, hey, this text message, I'm not going to text him back. That's your husband. That's a man. I'm going to send a message through you, you know, this, that, and the third. But yeah, I think Ralph was wrong to hit up Marlo directly. That's just something Ralph would do, though. That seems very Ralph. You step into a woman like that, even as wild as some of the, Marlo is crazy and wild or whatever, some of the things that she says, like, you could have easily just told Drew to be like, hey, tell Marlo to keep my name out her mouth and keep it moving. But that is the episode. Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 15, episode 12. Let me know what you guys think about this collusion mess, this Courtney, Kenya, and this whole karma thing, and Ralph, Drew, and Marlo with the whole text message situation. Um, yeah, Sheree playing this whole healing trip. They doing everything but that, child. But drop your thoughts down below. Thank y'all for watching Television A7. If you want to check out more of my Atlanta Housewives content, I got a video right here for you guys, and I will talk to y'all in the next one.